People of the world have basically gotten tired with their government pouring so much money into war. Fuel is at a premium. It's hard to have a large standing military. So private military corporations have risen to the forefront as groups that will perform the sort of duties and sort of actions that government armies or national armies performed previously. So in this future, in the shadow war, these PMCs are on the surface performing humanitarian acts, security operations, defensive operations secretly underneath the surface or the publicly viewed aspects of those PMCs. They are basically